as composers in Darmstadt started to explore the possibilities of open form, or what Boulez called aleatoric composition, across the Atlantic, experiments in musical indeterminacy were well underway amongst the New York school. Morton Feldman, Christian Wolff, and Earl Brown were following a path whose most prominent exponent was John Cage. By this point, Cage's compositional technique was totally based on what he called chance operations.
You know, I knew the American people, let's say, long before everybody else. I remember also, having met John Cage for the first time, totally out of Darmstadt. That has nothing to do with it. It was in Paris in 1949. And it was very interesting, and we corresponded quite a lot this time, because I felt quite isolated in Paris. And, you know, it was, I was his correspondent in Paris, practically. So we had a very strong tie. And when I went to New York in 1952, November 1952, I was living at his place. He gave me his place to live for 1 month. And then I began to wonder, because he was beginning then to be involved with Zen Buddhism. And it was more or less a kind of adventure. I was wondering, because I did not know him under this aspect before. So, he was discovering himself in Buddhism. And all his way of life was even totally changed from this point. When he came to Darmstadt much later in 1958, if I remember correctly, then everybody was absolutely stunned, but I was not, because I knew all the antecedents. And maybe I remember, we certainly discussed that with Steinecke, myself and Steinecke. Could you, so he asked me, would I invite him? I said, yes, of course. I will put a little bit of disorder in this too-ordered Darmstadt. And I think, you know, disorder is a good principle sometimes. When everything is too strict, too dogmatic, then you have to find somebody who just goes and destroys all the dogmatism.
Mein persönlicher Eindruck war irgendwie absurd komisch. Er saß auf einem Podium und dahinter stand Rauchen verboten, und er hat also eine Zigarette nach der anderen angezündet und hingelegt. Was er eigentlich wirklich gesagt hat, an das erinnere ich mich gar nicht mehr. Es war eigentlich mehr sein Gestus, seine Art des Auftretens. Dass er natürlich mitten in dieses 1958 noch sehr stark vorhandene serielle Denken wie eine Bombe eingeschlagen hat, ist objektiv feststellbar.